Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. It was a pleasure to burn.
You're the new neighbor, aren't you?
You're the fireman. I know it even if I had my eyes closed.
What, the smells of kerosene? Oh, I have complaints. I can't wash it all off.
Mind if I walk home with you?
Why, of course. What are you doing out so late anyways? How old are you?
My name's Clarice McClellan. I'm 17 and crazy.
And how's that?
I like to smell things and look at things, sometimes even stay up late and watch the sunrise. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been a fireman?
For 10 years.
Is it true that firemen used to put out fires instead of start them?
No, you silly girl. Everyone knows houses have always been fireproof.
Well, here's my house. Mr. Montag, are you happy?
Am I what?
Well, I'll be going now. Bye, Mr. Montag.
Clarice? Am I happy? How'd you sleep?
Slept fine. So hungry.
What are you doing?
Just working on my lines.
Lines?
For the parlor, of course.
You're always on about that dang parlor. Will you ever take a break from that?
How could I? My family needs me, guy.
Something wrong, Montag?
No, I'm fine. Just don't like that hound.
You know, any chemical frequency in the world planted into this thing's sensors, and he becomes a hunter. Doesn't stop till its target's dead.
I think I'm gonna go get some shut-eye. Talk to you boys later. Please, ma'am, you need to get out here before you get hurt.
If you don't walk out of here, then we're gonna burn this whole place down with you. Is that what you want?
We shall this day light such a candle by God's grace in England as I trust shall never be put out.
Please, ma'am, come with us.
Montag, get out! I'll let you in on a little history, Montag. Back in the 19th century, the world was roomy. People could afford to be different. But double, triple, quadruple the population, books just leveled down to paste-putting norm. Out of the nursery, into the college, back into the nursery. That's the intellectual pattern for the past 5 centuries or more.
Let me fix your pill, Montag.
No, for God's sake. Let me be!
People don't agree with a book. Burn it. 10 minutes after death, a man's a speck of black dust. Let's not mourn over our losses. Burn them all. Fire is clean. Fire is bright. If you don't want a man politically unhappy, don't give him sides. Better yet, don't even give him a choice.
So what if a fireman kept a book for himself?
We let the fireman keep the book for 24 hours. If he hasn't burned it by then, we simply come and burn it for him. Consider coming back to work later tonight.
It's what books contain. Not the actual book that holds significance, their quality of information, leisure of digest, and being able to carry out the actions based on what we learn. Here, take this.
Amazing. I can hear your voice perfectly. Good night, Professor. Our love, let us be true to one another, for the world which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams, so various, so beautiful, so new, hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help for pain. And we are here as on a darkling plain, slept by confused alarms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clash by night.
You've proved it! Poetry and sadness and awful feelings. You're nasty, Montag. Nasty!
Go home before I knock you down! Kick you out the door!
Something the matter?
Why, we stopped in front of my house. Mildred?
I want you to do this job alone. No match, no kerosene, with a flamethrower. Old Montag wanted to fly near the sun, but now that he's burnt his damn wings, he wonders why.
Captain Beatty's dead. I killed him with the flamethrower.
You better head for the river while you can. Follow along the railroad tracks. There are hobo camps along the way. You can find one and keep in touch with me in St. Louis. Here, take these clothes.
Thank you for everything, Faber. Goodbye for now.
My name's Granger. Here, take this. It'll change the chemical index of your perspiration. Half an hour from now, and you'll smell like 2 other people. The hound we heard on the radio won't be able to track you anymore.
Who are you people?
We're just like you, Montag. You see, we have photographic memories. We read books till memorized, then burn them in fear of being found. People will come around on their own time wondering why the world blew up, and we'll teach them what we've learned.
Whoa, look, the city!
And the war began and ended in that instant.
There was a silly damn bird called the phoenix back before Christ. Every few hundred years, he built a pyre and burned himself up. He must have been first cousin to man, but every time he burned himself up and sprang out of the ashes, he got himself born all over again. And it looks like we're doing that same thing over and over again, but we've got one thing that phoenix never had. We know the damn silly thing we just did. We know all the damn silly things we've done for 1,000 years, and as long as we know that and always have it around where we can see it, someday we'll stop making the goddamn funeral pyres and jumping into the middle of them. We pick a few more people that remember, every generation.
Montag began walking and after a moment found that the others had fallen in behind him going north. He was surprised and moved aside to let Granger pass, but Granger looked at him and nodded him on. Montag went ahead, leading the group towards the city they planned to rebuild.